Hello.
Hello, my friend. How are you? It's Jiggy giving you a call for your radio interview. How are you?
How are you, King? Everything's good. I was sitting here waiting for you.
Well, give me just a couple seconds here and we'll get everything off and running. Just give me a couple seconds here, my man.
All right, cool.
We are back live here on our big broadcast. We are coast to coast, border to border on iHeartRadio today. Also 50 plus AM FM stations across the country and around the world. We have got a great guest joining us today on the fantastic telephone. And go ahead and introduce yourself, my friend. Tell us a bit about yourself.
My name is Demetrius Saiful Bey, professionally known as Demigod, and I'm a writer, author, rapper, speaker, and all around serial entrepreneur. And I deal with a lot of financial services, and I bring a lot of different financial services to different communities. So that's a little awkward to hear. Okay, he's a rapper, he writes books, but he's also in the financial sector. So
Hey,
yeah, that's what I do.
I think that's great. So let's tackle all three of these. First of all, let's talk about the writer part of it. How did you get interested in this, my friend?
I've been writing poetry for a long time. I've been writing poetry since I was a young kid, and I actually used to write poetry for a Harlem newspaper that's no longer in existence. But they used to have a poetry corner, and the publishers had came across my poetry, and they basically gave me that spot. So I think they dropped like one newspaper paper, and that's when I really started getting into writing. And reading was my number one subject. Not really too fond of math, but reading and writing was my thing. So that's how it all began. And then poetry is what really how to maneuver words and rhyme words to convey different emotions and to tell different stories. That's basically the surmise of what really kicked me off on the writing kick.
Fantastic. Fantastic. We have got Demigod with us today. He joins us live here on our big broadcast, and you can join us each and every Sunday over there at KFRK in Denver as well. So talk to us a little bit about where we can see and read some of your poetry.
I have a book out right now called "If God Could Rap." So it's the title may think may make people think that it's a religious book, but it's not a religious book. It's a poetry book, and it's talking about basically a lot of people don't know that rap means rhythm in poetry. So that's the surmise of the book. It's not just my poetry, but I go in depth and I break down the elements of rap music. Because today we have all different subgenres of rap music. We have, drill music, we have trap music, we have all these different subgenres that have come forth from the original. But the original genre is rap, and RAP means rhythm and poetry. So that's why the subgenres came into play, because the kids know they actually aren't rapping. Because rapping, first of all, you have to be saying something constructive and that people can understand, like a universal language that all people can understand, and it has to be poetry. So that's what, just the same way they have R&B, which is rhythm and blues. If people didn't see that at the Grammys or at the American Music Awards and see those genres pop up on the TV, they would never know that R&B means rhythm and blues. It's for the people that's in the entertainment industry and in the music industry. Of course, it's like elementary to us, but the average person does not know that rap means rhythm and poetry. So it's all about bringing back the literal aspect of the hip hop culture, that part of the culture, constructive wordplay, actually saying something and conveying a message, and not so much of a negative message, because we get so much of that bombarded onto us all the time. So it's more about bringing and uplifting the listener and giving the listener something that they can relate to uplift themselves.
We've got a great guest with us today. Joins us live here on our big broadcast. Talking a little bit about If God Could Rap. It is a tremendous book from our guest, Demigod. He joins us today here on our big program. So let's talk a little bit about some of the other things that you do. You were talking about being a musician. Uh, give us a breakdown. How did you get started doing this? Where can we find your stuff? Everything.
Um, well, I came into I've been doing music for a long time. Of course, talent shows, high school, junior high school. You know, we get up there. I danced first before I rapped. I danced, and then I got into the rapping thing gradually after poetry. So rapping was introduced to me by my cousin, and he was an older cousin, and he was rapping. I was writing poetry, and then he was like, "Yeah, you might as well rap." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, let me see how I would like it and see if I could work it." And it stuck with me, and I started doing it, and I took it to the next level and said, "Okay, I'm gonna start making myself available to the people that I know in my neighborhood who are successful artists." Because I'm coming out of Mount Vernon, New York. I'm originally from Brownsville, born in Brownsville, raised in Crown Heights till around junior high school. Then I moved to Mount Vernon, which is Westchester County, New York. And Mount Vernon at the time had Heavy D and the Boys. They had CL Smooth and Pete Rock. This is when I was real, real young. And we had all these artists. Denzel Washington was from Mount Vernon, Jeff Red. It was just a whole bunch of entertainment people. It was like if I needed influencers, I wasn't too short of them and from coming out of Mount Vernon. So that really influenced me to go professional. But then unfortunately I got caught up in the street and I went to prison, and that was an experience within itself. And then coming home, I said, okay, I got to change my life around. Well, I wasn't really in the street bad. I wasn't a bad kid. I just got caught up. But I went into entertainment law, and I started doing entertainment law under a lawyer named Londell McMillan, and he represented Prince. He represented Michael Jackson. It wasn't too many people he didn't represent in the entertainment industry, and I worked under him for 2 years, learning contracts, learning the business, not just music. He was an entertainment lawyer, Universal, so it was movies, movie soundtracks. So I got all that learning, soaked all that learning experiences up, and then I went off to do my own thing as an independent artist, started my own company, and yeah, that's where we are now. A multimedia company called More Money Entertainment, and that's what I put on. I put my books out under that company. Put my music out. My music is everywhere. iTunes, on all streaming platforms. Demegod. So the name is a play off a demigod. So it's a Greek word, and it's off of Greek mythology. So my name is Demetrius, Deme. So it's just a play off words, but I love to do that. That's a lot of people will notice in my content, the things that I put out. It's always something to spark the mind if you can find it. Sometimes I don't just put it in your face. Sometimes you have to, dive into my content to really get the jewel.
We've got Demigod with us today. He joins us live here on our big program. And you can join us each and every Sunday, KFRK in Denver, and of course our good friends over there at Rhode Island. Join us each and every Sunday as well, and you can find us amfm247.com. So we have got Demigod with us today. So financial advice, that'll be the last topic here with you, my friend. How do we get into the world of financial advice and everything that you do?
Now the financial sector is something that I'm fairly just getting into. I've after music and art and all of those things, I found a passion in my life for the financial sector, dealing with trust funds and teaching my people because the communities that I come from, we don't really get the information. I mean, it's not in the school system, so it's not like any community is getting it freehand from our public servants. But generationally, a lot of other communities get that. They get that from their grandfathers and their great grandmothers, and they are taught about money. Money is a science. Money is energy, and we most 85% of the country don't know that. We get money, we spend money, we work, we get money, we spend money. But bigger scheme to things, if you want to maximize your wealth and your time and build generational wealth and create a legacy that goes without, goes secure. Because even with a trust, a lot of people don't know how they can maximize their wealth and also protect themselves through a trust. It's only a certain percentage of America who understands that factor, and it's unfortunate. So that's why I see a gap there in my own community, and these type of things need to be taught. Precious metals. I'm also dealing with 7K. That's a company that I'm dealing with. I'm a brand ambassador for them. I'm into gold and silver, and I try to advise people that they need to get on precious metals because precious metals is security. You feel me? So those are the type of things that we deal with. I also do the small stuff like loans and business loans. My company, More Money Entertainment, basically plays as a liaison for the client and the company that's providing those services. And I only deal with people that are along the lines of my code of ethics, positive energy, building a community, companies that's along those lines and things like that, giving back. So those are the companies that I seek to partner with to play the liaison between the clients and them. And that's what it is knowledge is power, and it's about creating legacy. It's a lot of the market is volatile right now. There's a lot of things going on in the government and international trade and these things like that people don't really understand. So it's important for us to get information so we could be up to date on what's going on, so we can make the right maneuvers with our own financial goals.
Fantastic. Well, I appreciate you making time for us today. Before we let you go, how do we get in touch with you online and get involved with everything you're doing?
Oh man, everything is official demigod. Official demigod. DEMEGOD. I also got a song out right now that I've been promoting with Kanye West called "Get Your Lies Straight," and I just dropped the album called Goons, Goblins, and Gods. We got the book, If God Could Rap, and More Money Entertainment, moremoneyent.com is the website. Everything is there. That's the headquarters. I would love to help. Reach out to me.
Fantastic.